and welcome to Branch of Israel. This is Rabbi Roger coming to you from God's beautiful country, Israel. This year, 2020, has brought some really amazing and not so amazing things. The weather's starting to change and get cooler, hurricanes are peaking, and events are happening all in 1 week. Sunday, September 13th, was the 27th anniversary of the signing of the Oslo Accords. Then Tuesday the 15th, it was the Abraham Accords signing. Towards the end of the week, starting on Friday evening, the 18th, is the start of the Fall Feast, a new moon, and a 3-week lockdown for all of Israel. That's a lot to absorb. Not only that, but both of the accords fell 2 to 3 days prior to Rosh Hashanah. So the question to ask, is there any significance? Well, let us examine Rosh Hashanah a bit closer and see. But before I do that, I must first dispel any misconceptions or ideas about this feast, or using a 21st century term, fake news. So what is Rosh Hashanah? From the Hebrew, it translates to head of the year. Where in the Bible is it found? It's not. However, in Leviticus 23:24, God tells Moses that in the 7th month, on the first day, it shall be a reminder by blowing of trumpets, a holy convocation. Did you catch that? It's to be the 7th month, not the 1st month. So when is the 1st month? Passover. In Exodus 12:2, God said, "This month shall be the beginning of months for you. It is to be the 1st month of the year to you." Of course, that lends itself to ask, where did the name Rosh Hashanah come from? Like everything else, Babylon. They, like most people in that region, considered harvesting in the fall the beginning of the year. Also, the Israelis started naming the months on the calendar rather than numbering them like God did. If you compare Ezra and Nehemiah, which occurs before and after Babylon, you will see how the naming conventions changed on the calendar. Now that we established that, why the blowing of the trumpets? In Hebrew, it is called Yom Teruah, a day of blowing or making a loud noise like an alarm. The rabbis tell us that the shofar is used for the announcing of a festival, mustering of troops for a war, warning of danger, assembling the people in the midst of battles, and for coronations of kings and priests. Oh, is God trying to tell us something here about the Feast of Trumpets? Yes, he is. He's trying to tell us that we need to blow the shofar and be on the lookout. Blow the shofar in Zion, sound the alarm on my holy mountain. Let all who dwell in the land tremble, for the day of the Lord is coming. Indeed, it is near. Also, he's telling us that it is announcing the coming of the other feast days as well, and Jesus is in all of them. In close, let us take a final look at history and see what God is telling us. September 1993, 2 days before the start of Feast of Trumpets, the Oslo Accords were signed. Just the other day on the 15th of September, 3 days before the start of Feast of Trumpets, the Abraham Accords were signed. I think it is time to sound the alarm. For more teachings and information, visit branchofisrael.com. Again, this is Rabbi Roger coming to you from Israel. Thank you so much for listening. Lehitraot, goodbye, or see you again.